I'm Sasu Salin, a basketball player from Helsinki, Finland, and currently I'm playing for my club here in Tenerife, Lenovo Tenerife. As a little kid, of course, I didn't know it's going to be my job for many, many years. It's always been my lifestyle. I'm very lucky that it's been like this.
Sasu Salin, he sees a little daylight. Sasu Salin puts Tenerife back in front. Salin hands it off. Salin is good.
When you get the flow going on and it doesn't matter how your feet are facing to the basket or anything like this. You just shoot and, I don't know, already in your head you think that the ball is in, and in these moments, it usually goes in.
A lot of times when he gets going, it's just easy. I just come next to him and say, hey, what play do you want? We have a big playbook, and he's just say, oh, just go with this one. And then we know that's going in, definitely. So it's an incredible pleasure and honor to play with a player with his skills.
It's a lot about your head, but of course I practiced many years. When I started basketball in Helsinki, I was lucky to have the gym, and I worked many hours there. And I think you do the work before, and then you just try to keep the level up, and you can make little adjustments all the time, but most of the work you do when you are younger. I played football before, soccer, and I was a very active kid, like many little boys are, and they needed to find something else also. And the part where I'm from, Malmi, there was like a big arena or big gym where you have 3 courts, and what was very rare in Finland. From Finland, you usually know ice hockey players and ski jumpers back in the days when I started to play. But you didn't have internet that much available at that time, and we had Hannu Möttölä and Teemu Rannikko at that time. I didn't follow so much. My idol also was Petteri Koponen, who used to play in the same club where I started. I was following this kind of players, not putting the level high because maybe I didn't know that it's even possible, so yeah. Around age of 15, 16. I got a contract offer from that time the best club in Finland, Espoon Honka. They wanted me there, and I was thinking, okay, it starts to go well now, maybe I could have some chance, but it was still a very little thing inside of my head.
Actually, first time when I met him probably officially was that they were dominating under 18 years old championship in Finland. He was coaching a small team, and normally Sasu didn't play in the youth league anymore. I think he scored 50.
When I was younger, it was easier for me also to play. I used to play some point guard also, nowadays. Let's say my dribbling skills are not the finest.
I think he was already, as a young player, super fast. Now you can see his speed, the way he gets on the open shots, because that's an art for anybody to watch. But before he was maybe driving more.
I liked making baskets. Shooting came after because it was so cool, when you can shoot as far as you can. Nowadays it's even cooler when there is Steph Currys and all these players, but I always liked it. And when I went first time abroad, I also saw that defense is a huge part, and that's what I started to do more, because I don't think I would be here without realizing that.
He is one of the top shooters in Europe, but he is always the specialist to defend the best exterior player of the opponent. If you see one of the best scorer, usually is not one of the best defenders. In every league, in every sport, okay? Messi is the top one. But in basketball, we only play 5-on-5. If we have a good scorer and is also one of the top defenders, you have a total basketball player.
Thing that young players should watch is what happens when he prepares to get open, because when he fakes the defender, it's something that even though you know it works any game, because he does it extremely well.
From watching him, being an opponent, even before I played against him, it was always a nightmare, because you always watch the guy running the baseline and getting a million screens and knock down those shots, and you're always upset about it, and when I first got the chance to play with him, I was like, okay, it's gonna be fun.
I'm lucky to play with Marcelinho, especially, of course, Bruno as well. But if you watch my games, I'm not playing with the ball so much before my shots. I have to do some job also before, little fakes with your body and, not taking the most balanced shot and everything. I've been very lucky to play with guys like Shermadini setting the screens, so the environment is also good for me.
If I see two guys is coming too close to me, I look more Sasu, I try to find him, and he's great shooter, one of the best shooter, and he's doing very good job this season and last season also.
You have good games, you have bad games, and I don't let them affect that much. And I know where I'm good at. That's also about the confidence. Every time I shoot, I always think that the next one goes in, so, that's the mentality. Sometimes, okay, if you miss a lot, maybe you should start to think that, okay, take it easier, but, I like to shoot the ball. And even my mom sometimes, when she notices that I have bad days, she might say like, okay, every basket you make, you get €1. So, yeah, last week she sent that messages.
Or the shooters I coached previously, they are over everybody. Their mind is special. They can forget the bad day during this day, of course in the next one. And this mentality makes this kind of players different.
It's just fun to be around, like he's one of those guys that like you look at him and he looks serious at the times, but he's always, planning a joke from behind, with everyone. He gets along well with everyone, and you cannot ever get mad because he's such a nice guy, and regardless of the jokes he make.
I don't like to be serious. It's always been my way to approach things, like with the little jokes, and I think that also makes it easier for other people when you see that it's not so serious, and that's been like my way to approach things.
Mira, falta. Foul, it's a foul. They foul Marcelinho. And this is me, very good looking.
He creates happiness. He's kind of a person that the positive energy comes with him every place he goes. Plus, he respects everybody. So I think now as a captain, if you are in the team, you feel that the captain is taking care of everybody, and it's not only some of you guys he hangs around.
He's a leader by the way he acts on the court, the way he demonstrates. I think a lot of times leaders don't have to speak up. They just have to show their leadership, their body language, the way they act on the court, the way people look up to, being a player like he is.
Vamos! Yes, that's it. Yeah! Vamos, chicos! Hey! Vamos, chicos!
Without national team, I don't think I would be professional basketball, let's say, outside of Finland. Now I've been lucky over 10 years. Is it 12 already? Yeah. Being there with the senior, and this last, let's say, whatever, five months I've been captain also. So yeah, being lucky, and as long as I can do it, I wear it proudly.
He has been for years one of those players that different kind of fans are not supporting, but they are really, enjoying to see he's playing. He's always smiling, so I think it works for the small kids, it works for the daughters, it works for the mamas, Everybody are happy to see Sasu, and that's how he is. When we left with him after one of his club games in Tenerife, he was saying hi to everybody he met in the corridor, and that tells also that he takes care of everybody.
About winning. When you get older, you want to win as much as you can. Like I said, these are things which you can look after about your career, what you did and where you left your mark. But this is one thing I dream about. Of course, I just hope that everything goes well and I stay healthy, and all my family and friends and around me stay healthy. So some kind of dreams are these also.